This is Steve.
And this is Kelly.
And we're with Stand Up Arkansas, and we're giving you our voters guide for the ballot that's coming up. Our deadline is Tuesday to vote.
Y'all get out there. We got to make sure everybody casts their vote.
Now, we're going to talk about Whitney Freeman. If I remember right, it's HD 45.
Yep.
Yes, HD 45. I know she's got DL County, parts of Johnson County. I think she has part of Pope County because I talked to Mariella, our friend over there in Pope County today.
Against Aaron Pilkington.
She's running against Aaron Pilkington. This is the big thing I want people to know. If you know anybody in this area, try to get the word out because this is a seat that we can win as Democrats.
Yep, and they are spreading ugly things. We have to set the record straight.
That's right. This is one of those races that they're just sending things out that are just not true about her. She is very active in her community. She works on boards and does all the community service stuff. She was telling me a personal story. She works on some of these campaigns, and they've asked Pilkington to be involved every year, and he's never got involved. But this year, she's running against him, and he shows up to everything.
Of course.
So on HD 45, our endorsement goes to
Whitney Freeman.
Whitney Freeman. I've got to talk to her multiple times over this campaign. She's a mother. She's a hard worker. She's a public education supporter.
She believes in women's reproductive rights.
So she's right down the alley of who you think that we're going to tell your recommendation is. Spread the word.
Whitney Freeman.
Okay. So a little bit about Whitney that I've been talking to her over the last couple of days. And she's got a nice group of grassroots volunteers. And we're talking about places like Lamar, Arkansas, Knoxville, Arkansas, Clarksville, Arkansas, Coal Valley. There is a place, Bullfrog Valley. I didn't know that was an actual place in
Arkansas towns. We need to do a whole podcast about that.
Because
Welcome to Old Trough.
She was saying Bullfrog Valley is very important to us, and we want to make sure our first calls need to be to Bullfrog Valley. I was laughing. I thought she was joking. And we couldn't find their zip code. Because their zip code actually falls into I don't know, Lamar or Clarksville. But the funny thing about Bullfrog Valley is we went and looked them out on Wikipedia and got their latitude and longitude. I went to find the list of voters that live in that area, and there's literally a community of about 45 people. And there's only 2 or 3 of them out of all 45 that are either a registered Democrat or a registered Republican. It's literally the pulse of who's going to win that race, of who wins Bullfrog Valley. I think it's really cool that you've got a candidate that's in tune with the people in her district.
She's been out doing the work.
Knocking on doors, talking to people, and people are like, hey, if you want to win, you got to win the people in Bullfrog Valley, Arkansas.
I love it.
That's grassroots, Kelly.
Grassroots is my
It
favorite.
wasn't my heart, because we're talking about rural Arkansas.
Yep.
And she's a rural citizen warrior. She's the one that's out there. Everything that she's looking at is specific to what's important to us in rural Arkansas. And her opponent is not popular even by his own party.
And I think they're out. This is one of the races that they are spreading lies and telling things that are just flat untruths. I think they're saying that she's going to take your guns and she's aborting full-term babies.
They have said that she does that.
She owns a gun.
Right. And
there's no such thing as an abortion of a full-term baby.
She messaged me about this very thing yesterday. She said that she was so proud that it had not gotten the dirt, that Aaron had run a above board campaign. They had been civil to each other. They'd shown up at similar things. She was like, oh, this is great. And literally, the Friday before the election's over, they dropped this post.
Awful.
They sent out a postcard to everybody, and it's that form type postcard that the Koch brothers and the big money PACs get behind, and they literally say lies about the candidate. It said that she supports abortion up until and maybe after birth or something ridiculous, until they're 3 years old, she thinks that you can abort them. It hurt her.
Personally, because
it's a lie, and it hurt her. And I had to just don't let that be. But what hurt her more is that who she thought somebody that was running an above board campaign got in the dirt because he realizes he's going to get beat.
That's what we hope.
Hey, y'all, Each one of the House districts are roughly about 31,000 people in the district. In the last election, only 1,711 people voted for him, and he won. The Republicans literally voted for Sarah Huckabee, not Trump, and then didn't vote for him. They skipped over him, and they were Republicans.
So we just have to get more people out to vote because we know that he does not represent the people.
And she said that she is making it her campaign. She's another one of those people over politics, people over party, people over partisanship, people over all the
bull.
Yes. And she is connected to the community. Whitney knows the people she lives with. She knows the people. I'm not saying that Aaron doesn't, but he doesn't act like it because he doesn't show up.
And his campaign is lying. That's not okay.
Integrity matters.
Does matter.
And when you use this senseless crap and this angry,
come on. If you're gonna
fear-mongering and show up and debate and talk about what your values are, she is doing that. So y'all go look her up. There are people all over the state right now pulling for Whitney. This is a shout out to anybody that might be doing the phone banks because I know there are people in other towns around the state that know how important this is. So y'all.
Thank y'all.
In HD 45, we're firmly standing behind Whitney Freeman.